That was Marcy's Playground, Sax and Candy. You guys are listening to Rise and Shine, and with us right now, the general manager of Skydive, Jordan, Mr. Maher Al-Tal. صباح الفل والياسمين والهنا.
صباح الخير أهلا.
كيفك؟
تمام الحمد لله.
What's happening?
Skydiving.
Skydiving. All right, skydiving. Hala, I'm going to start off and say that I haven't yet had the chance to skydive. Ben has had a chance to skydive, and we're going to be talking about this. بس ماهر, كيف طلع بالك إنه to actually bring this to Jordan, and like how many people did you expect to join in?
Actually, it's not my idea. It was Prince Hamza's bin al-Hussein idea, who is the president of the club. I joined the club in 2012, and immediately after Skydive Jordan at Wadi Ram. So my first skydiving operation was at the Dead Sea. We built a new landing strip, we did a hangar, a grass drop zone. It was a professional drop zone, and it is now recognized around the world, and it is one of the 5 private drop zones in the Arab world. Not only for skydiving, but it will be utilized for other aerosports activities, which are around 11 or 12 aerosports. We've introduced the remote control activity, which is also recognized as an international sport since 1909.
Which is what exactly?
It's a unmanned aircraft. It depends on the size and engine size. It is they usually have international and Asian competitions, Arabian competitions. So we haven't yet participated in any because it's very recent. Hopefully we will be in the future.
So I have a question. We all know skydiving is a thrilling sport. هلا شوي بحس الأردن we're becoming known for our sports activities and our thrill sports, and for thrill seekers out there, between mountaineering and of course trekking in the deserts, and now we have skydiving as well. Do you feel like this will actually affect some of our tourism? ناس رح يجوا من برا عشان يعملوها?
Definitely. Any thrilling activity or wherever it is in Jordan, we have so many places that can offer these activities, would help increase the number of tourists and as well the local tourism. We are always not talking about local tourism. Actually 95% of our clients are Jordanians. So usually I hear there's no local tourism. There is as long as you present the program in an attractive and competitive way. Us as at the Dead Sea, we operate actually in 3 areas, designated areas of operation. One in Wadi Ram, we have a hot air balloon, and Aqaba, and the Dead Sea. At the Dead Sea now we have employed several locals from the area, which helps unemployment. Second, we have added activities at the Dead Sea. The average stay of the tourists at the Dead Sea is 1.5, 1.25 days at the, which is nothing. Actually, there are so many places within the vicinity of the Dead Sea, and a few kilometers away from each other, that can a tourist, at least I can guarantee, spending 3 to 4 days. One of them is skydiving, the baptism site, Wadi Mujib, Ma'in, and so many other areas that can add to the value of the Dead Sea.
Well, we also want to talk a little bit about the skydiving experience itself. We're going to take a very, very short break right now, get back to the music, and when we come back, we're going to continue speaking to Mr. Maher Al-Tal of Skydive Jordan. So in case you guys are considering making the jump,
Consider it, Ben. I want to hear about your experience
well,
too.
We're going to get there.
3 more days to go.
3 more days to go. So we're going to talk exactly about how that experience goes from A to Z. Don't go anywhere. You can find out more. In the meantime, here is Ex-Ambassadors with Renegades.
That was Renegades with Ex-Ambassadors, or even Ex-Ambassadors with Renegades. Whichever you prefer, honestly. Ladies and gentlemen, right now in the studio with us is the wonderful Maher Al-Tal, General Manager of Skydive Jordan. We are talking everything Skydive, and I just want to touch on the fact that, Ben, you had a chance to do this last year, so what was it like?
I did. I had a chance to actually jump with Skydive Jordan, and I can't even begin to tell you what that experience is like, of that moment when you actually decide, that's it, I'm jumping into nothing.
Jumping out of a plane.
This command, the backdrop, the location, the Dead Sea, that's something truly special, isn't it? What have most people said about their experience skydiving over the Dead Sea?
Everybody has a different experience, and frankly, I cannot really explain you could feel while you're doing this experience, but it's an extraordinary feeling that nobody could describe. As much as I can describe it, I won't give it its true feeling. There's a saying that says only skydivers know why the birds sing. So you could imagine. Sometimes you're dreaming that, I was flying over the mountains. This is what it really is. So if you were dreaming that, you better do skydiving.
It sounds pretty romantic, actually. I just want to say, we got a message from Mudaffar. He said, I have a question. Our skydiving prices, خاصة هون بالأردن, are we considered expensive in comparison to other places? But also, how do we rate against other countries that also offer skydiving?
We're the cheapest in the Arab world. If you go to like Thailand, Indonesia, Egypt, they're probably cheaper because of the average income and it's the economic situation. But in Jordan, it's one of the cheapest comparing to other countries. It's sometimes half the price of what is offered in other countries. And actually, skydiving as a tandem skydive jump is only offered in Dubai and Jordan. So you won't find skydiving as a tandem experience in other Arabian countries.
So what is the tandem experience exactly for those out there who might not be familiar with it?
There's an age limit this year, which is 18 years of age. You should be 18. Weight for male is 100 kilograms. For female is 90. We operate from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on daily basis, except Mondays is a day off for the team. The prices are, for the coming 3 left days, JD 210. On weekends it was 230. Of course, this price includes video and photos of your experience, which is very nice and memorable. I think that's it.
And tell us now, talk us through exactly what the process is of skydiving. So I arrive at this site, which by the way is super easy to find. I mean, it's as soon as you get to the Dead Sea.
We've now had several signs on the road that directs you directly to our location. Last year we had so many calls. Where is it? This year it's very clear.
Very clear.
Yeah.
So tell us about the process. So I arrive. I mean, what's the process I go through?
How do you psychologically prepare yourself?
And how do you prepare yourself? How do you suit up? How high up in the air do you go?
It's a very simple and easy process. You just go in, show your receipt, you sign a waiver. Then if you are from the 8 to 10 slot, they will tell you that you'll be jumping in 2 hours. First come, first serve. If you arrive at 7, we usually require guests to come an hour before their slot jump. So if you come at exactly the first person, you will be jumping on the first load, so that we have no problem on getting people before others. As soon as you're called on, your instructor will receive you, introduce himself, and introduce the cameraman who will be taking videos and still shots of your experience from the beginning.
Hi, this is actually a big deal. I remember when I went on my honeymoon, Yani. Sorry, but to bring something up like this, but people were charging you like $60 or $70 just for a picture of you playing with a dolphin or something like that. This is a whole experience, and it's all inclusive, and you get to actually have a video of yourself falling from the sky in one of the most unique locations on Earth. So it does sound like it's actually a really good deal.
Our main is not actually just the mission and vision of the club is to have more awareness of aerosports activities in Jordan and the Arab world, and to enhance the tourist experience in Jordan. So we usually try to sponsor part of the expenses just to encourage young and old Jordanians who think they're healthy and capable of doing this experience.
Well, next year I'm going to do it, because next year I'm going to be طبعا أنا 90 كيلو راح أكون.
There you go. There's good motivation.
Yeah, so I can finally actually go do it.
We encourage people to lose weight, so this is one healthy aspect of our activity as well.
Absolutely. Just very quickly, I mean, because a lot of people ask this question. I mean, what's it like? You're on this plane. How far up do you go?
First of all, at 1,500 or 2,000 feet, the door of the aeroplane opens. And then at 12,000 feet, the drop starts. First of all, the experienced jumpers or sports jumpers jump from the plane because they're faster. And then Your instructor gets you to the door of the plane and then takes a confirmation that you're ready with the videographer in front of you. So as soon as he tells him 1, 2, 3, the videographer jumps on his facing you, and then he takes these beautiful, memorable pictures and photos. And then when you have a free fall for like 40 to 50 seconds.
That doesn't sound like a lot of time, but when you're falling, I assume that's quite
so much
that's quite a lot. That's more time
it's
than
more
you
than
need.
enough. But yeah, and you would when you land, you would want the free fall to be much longer because you're just flying with at least with the speed of 200 kilometers per hour.
Wow.
But you don't feel it. You don't feel it. With the silence, the peace, it's just amazing.
It is truly one of a kind experience.
And when before you land, he just tells you, please raise your, that's not me.
Tom does have any other sneezing fit. Right, sorry, please
So
continue.
he tells you, please raise your legs so that he does the landing for you. And you just slide on the grass natural grass actually. So it's a very smooth landing.
All right, we are going to wrap up when we come back very, very, very quickly. So just a quick break now with Roxette, Sleeping in My Car. Don't go anywhere.
That was Roxette, Sleeping in My Car from 1998. And there you go. We are here in the studio with Mr. Maher Al-Tal, General Manager of Skydive Jordan. We've been talking about it and the wonderful things that you can experience if you go ahead and check it out right now. Ben, you wanted to talk a little bit about safety.
Yeah, I just want to know generally what kind of safety measures go into this, because a lot of people are always wondering how safe is it, and Daman, I think the general response is you're safer jumping out of a plane than you are driving to the site itself.
This is very true. This is very true.
So
I feel more safe jumping from a plane than driving to the Dead Sea
للأسف,
back and forth every day.
Yeah,
really.
that's true.
Actually, our partners, Skydive Dubai, are very well known. They're one of the top 3 in the world regarding safety. The Royal Aerosports Club of Jordan, which is also Skydive Jordan, is also very keen on having high safety measures, because life of a person depends on your safety procedures. So regarding safety, it's very safe. If there is, each activity, air sports activity, has its limitations. If we reach that limitation, we immediately stop our operation. We can refund people their money. It's because of safety. So our concern is not generating income. Our concern is introducing this sport to people, making more awareness, at the same time making the club more sustainable. And most of our instructors are world-renowned instructors. Most of them have done at least 15,000 jumps minimum, very high caliber, and the parachutes or the rigs that you jump with are also, they have the main and the spare, which is Cypress. So if anything happens with the main, then the spare would open. Let's say in case of the instructor passes out or something like that, the Cypress would open automatically at 6,000 feet. So it is the safety is very high.
Okay.
That is very comforting, I won't lie. And I have to comment on the staff that they are also wonderful. I mean, the instructor, كان دمه خفيف, and the videographer as well.
Yeah.
And it made me feel so much more comfortable I felt like I had friends jumping with me out of a plane, so I wasn't doing it alone.
And they comfort you. If they feel that you're tense, you're afraid, on the plane, they would feel that. They would feel with you. They would talk to you. Even when you jump out of the plane, sometimes you're a part of them. When you're on the plane, from the beginning of your experience till the end, you're a part of them. So they would want you to feel the same thing.
The guys حمستوني, I gotta say, honestly. Next year I'm gonna definitely try it out.
You can do it this year.
Until when can we head on out to experience Skydive Jordan, and where can we find tickets?
We have the event will end on Thursday, this coming Thursday, 22nd of October. You can buy your ticket from our Amman office at the 6th Circle, or you can call us at 079 7300299. Book your ticket and you can pay at our Amman office as well.
Also, you guys can check out skydivejordan.com, and they're available on Twitter, on Facebook as well. Mr. Maher, thank you so much for taking the time to come talk to us.
Thank you for Bliss, and you guys are perfect. You've been supporting us for the 3rd year. I hope you continue doing that. And it was a pleasure being with you today.
Awesome, guys.